Hello and welcome into your space about the Ajna, third eye, center in your human design chart. Whether you call this your mind, Ajna or third eye, it's fine. There is approximately a 50-50 split globally about the defined and undefined center. 50% of the world roughly having a defined center, 50% of it having an undefined center. So knowing how the center works and what it's here for can be really useful. The mind is the center, or your oldest awareness center, essentially used for data processing and storage of information. Now, if you have a defined ajna, that information is going to be coming from the self, personal experiences, and you will run that information in quite a fixed and strategic way that has worked for you all the time. It's not common to have an unfixed way of thinking with a defined ajna, because it would rely very much on the channels that are actually heading to your ajna from the crown and from the throat. Your mind as a defined ajna doesn't tend to be influenced either easily by others. But your energy, when you have a defined center, your energy is shared with your environment, so with the people around you. Remembering that we said that people with an undefined center receive and amplify energy. Those with a defined center, particularly the defined ajna, can project that energy. And the significant difference between the defined and the undefined is the need for certainty. The defined ajna is certain. The undefined ajna is receiving a myriad of possibilities from the people around them and their environment. They have a very open mind and an unfixed way of processing thoughts, opinions, and beliefs. We explained earlier that the head center is the pressure center for all things of the mind. The ajna is under pressure from the mind to run these processes. Now, if you run them in a fixed way and you're certain, that is a defined level of pressure that is normally very manageable by you. When your ajna is open, the information doesn't tend to stick in the mind the way it does in a fixed ajna, because it's wide open to ideas, beliefs, and concepts. You do have the ability to explore infinite potential here, which is fantastic for you if you don't attach to it and you don't succumb to the pressure to be certain. You're not here to be certain if you have an undefined ajna. You're here to run possibility, to use the mind as a tool for exploration, not decision making. This can be very difficult when in the presence of a defined ajna who wants you to be certain. Maybe completely unknowingly is trying to seek some certainty. So pretending to be certain or trying to convince people that you're certain is very much a theme of the undefined ajna. If with an undefined ajna you find yourself trying to explain things so that people understand, or you feel pressure to organize chaotic thoughts, you need to run these through your strategy and your authority first to know if this is something that you need to run or if it is energy that isn't yours and you can park. The practice of mindfulness for people who have an undefined ajna is wonderful. So it helps you release those thoughts and concepts that actually are not your own, and it helps you not attach to them. Allow those thoughts to pass like clouds. And it's a practice, but a very, very useful one. Another practice for the undefined ajna, especially if it's creating anxiety, is to have a look at in life as to where you need certainty. In the first instance, this is a fundamental human need. To be certain about some things in your life is a need for all of us. So for somebody with an open ajna, if you can define where you need certainty in your life, it helps you release what you are uncertain about. If you need certainty, say, in your home, or in your the job that you have, the income that you receive, if you have a high need for certainty in those areas, questions that come up about that are likely to need your response, and they will be run through your strategy and authority in order to help you make those decisions. When you have a defined ajna, it's easier to understand what you are here to be certain about, but it's still a useful exercise for clarity for you. We also have individual tolerance levels for uncertainty. So it's worth looking at where you're prepared to be uncertain, where you're prepared to have this energy. And again, for the same reasons, it can help you release the things that just aren't for you. An undefined ajna is here to be aware of all the thoughts, all the possibilities, without attaching to them. They're a pulsing of potential change, potential need, it's a pulse, not a certainty. You're not here for the certainty. So I hope that helps. And we will move forward to look at the throat tomorrow. I do hope that you're enjoying this. Information should help to not only support you in understanding, but also bringing your awareness to those around you as to whether that ajna may be fixed or undefined, to be able to support the people in your environment as well. So it helps with compassion. I think we've discussed this before, but I'm sending you lots of love. Hope you're enjoying your journey, and I will check in with you tomorrow.